Hello guys, it's Bliž from Bold Stroke Adventures. We slowly entering better weather. Winter is way behind now. Warmer and sunny weather is coming finally. Was very rainy last few days, almost for a whole week, but anyway, today we're gonna make something fun, interesting, maybe scientific a little bit, but it's a really cool thing anyways. So if I would ask you, do you have any idea what is this? Let me help you out. Would you actually know? Look at this. Looks put like this. Looks pretty cool, right? Well, it is cool and very enjoyable actually. This is a Swedish torch log, or it could also be called as a Canadian torch log. And like I said, we're having a nicer weather, and I'm calling this as a portable fire pit. Why portable? Well, because you can carry it around, of course, if they're not gigantic size, and you don't need a fire pit, you don't need rocks, you don't need anything else. You can put this straight on the grass, and it's pretty cool stuff. So a couple of things, let me explain what is this torch all about. I do have some my standards based on my what I try and the way I try to burn them, and based on my observation, I actually cut them into 3 different groups. I have them small, which is actually, I'm gonna get into the back. These are small ones, 4 slices. They're about 6 inches in diameter and 15 inches tall. Small size, but again still enjoyable if you have a small backyard and you put it outside, or even for camping. It will give you a nice fire, and fire is self-sustaining fire. It's gonna feed itself. Log is gonna be burning from inside out. So how you actually start the fire? Well, like any other fire, you have to put I'm gonna use this smaller one. So you're gonna put some twigs and some wood on the top, like you would make a regular fire. You're gonna put some twigs in the slots just on the top, and then you're gonna make a fire here on the top, and it should catch in about 10-15 minutes the most. Flames should catch, and it's gonna start coming out fire flames from all these walls slowly out, and it's pretty cool. You can actually cook marshmallows or hot dog on the top, and for the bigger size logs, it's gonna provide a lot of heat as well, actually, if you're nearby. Not if you are 10 kilometers away, but if you're nearby, you're gonna feel a lot of heat coming out. So it is pretty cool. Why scientific? I call this military cut because the actual cut was done by Swedish military. We're talking about 17th century probably, in conditions where there is not a lot of wood, and you need to get the most heat and the fire from least you can find. So they came up with this, and it's a pretty cool thing. I suggest hardwood, white hardwood, because it's gonna burn slowly and for a long time. If you're using the soft wood like pine, for example, this is gonna be lots of fire, lots of flames, but it's gonna burn fairly quickly. And also from the soft wood, there are gonna be a lot of black smoke, So if you're actually cooking something, it would not be recommendable. It's more for the ambience, but not for the cooking. Okay, let's move to the next one. By the way, okay, so next one, this is another size. I usually cut them, like I said, 4 slices or 6 to 8 slices. This one is actually 8, and the one behind is 8 as well. This one could be 6, and it's about 12 inches. So if it's more than 10 inches, I would say 10 to 15 inches in diameter. I cut them 6 slices. This one is 8, but usually I cut them 6, and they're about 15 to 20 inches in height. And I'm gonna put it like this. So when you start burning them from the top, it's gonna start opening up, and it's gonna slowly burn right to the slot. They're not cut right to the bottom. Why? Like I said, it's a portable fire pit. So once you get here, it won't be actually burning efficiently anymore, and you know, you won't burn grass or anything. You might have small pieces of coals coming out, but this is not significant. The main thing is, even if you know you have a wet grass or anything, you can still put on the grass. It won't affect. So it's gonna burn right to the end of the slot, and then you can just extinguish it with water. It's a pretty cool thing. Those bigger size torches, they are fairly flat on the top, so really it's amazing how you can cook on the top. You can put actually a frying pan, a large size frying pan. You can cook the full lunch for the family. You got steady flames coming out. Those slots, pockets, they are fed by air, and it's pretty cool. Let me bring this one closer. Oh, this fucker is heavy. Look at this. Pretty cool stuff. And then the mega size, these giant ones, I'm not going to even try to lift it up because it's very heavy. It's 150 pounds for sure, if not more. Really big, 8 slices. They're like 20 inches wide and 20 inches or more in diameter. This is gonna give you fire for the whole night. This one here, probably 4 hours. Small one, maybe just an hour and a half, because they're small. Maybe 4 hours for this one, and this is gonna be like 5 hours plus. It's just so big that it's gonna burn for a long time. It's hard to estimate how long they're gonna last. Everyone is unique to itself, and something that is very important, wood needs to be dry. Wood needs to be as dry as possible, and unfortunately the only way you can dry wood properly is outside, like this. It doesn't matter, rain, sun, wind, wood has to be outside. If you put it inside, it's gonna draw moisture anyway from the air, but in contrast it won't have any, it will not have any airflow because it's indoors or inside, and it will not dry. Like I said, outside it doesn't matter if you have something to cover it on the top, it will be plus, but you know, if you can, this is the way it dries. Sun, wind is gonna take the moisture out, and it's gonna be seasoned properly. I don't know if you ever seen the road after rain. It's a cloudy day, but the road or highway, it will still get dry because of the, you know, obviously it's because of the wind. The wind is gonna draw all that moisture out. So Swedish logs or Canadian torches, pretty cool stuff. You can decorate them the way you want. I do a few things additionally. I'll keep that for myself, what I do, but you can decorate them a little bit. you can go crazy and use some non-toxic paint and paint them if you want, and you can burn them in, you know, a pleasant memory for somebody that is not with us anymore, or you can, you know, have a birthday party or something else, and for some other reason, just enjoy the fire. You see, not too many people have opportunity to have a, you know, fire around. And if you have a small backyard, or you know, it takes a whole 9 yards, you know, to build a fire pit or whatever, and then you just lose motivation. And this is portable. This is portable, and it won't create any mess for you. And I will still put something underneath anyways, because it's better like that, just in case. But it won't burn anything. Pretty cool stuff, in my opinion. And for the end, just for the end, back to the beginning of the video actually, using chainsaw. I'm using a fairly powerful chainsaw, and cutting wood is not actually easy as it looks. It's actually takes some muscle to cut the wood, especially when you go in depth, when you're cutting these slots. Once you cut first slot, then second and third, your chainsaw might start kicking back, and especially if wood is very dry. It's tough. It's not easy. It's not bad idea, in my opinion. In addition to gloves and glasses, these are not safety glasses properly, because I'm not doing full cuts. It's only for the purpose of the video. But you need safety glasses, gloves, and also I would recommend earplugs. It will be noisy if you're cutting for an hour or two. And it's not bad idea if at least somebody knows that you are in the area around. Somebody knows that you are cutting, or rather using chainsaw, because bear in mind, God forbid, if you have any accident or something, remember the chainsaw, the way it's cutting the wood, it's gonna cut the same way meat, and even better. So it's dangerous. Please be careful if you are in fact gonna make some. But at the end of the day, it's pretty enjoyable, and you know, Swedish torches or Canadian torch log. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please subscribe, and if you want to see a lot more cool videos, check my channel, YouTube channel, and I hope you like it. Thank you, and please subscribe and enjoy.